definited as the ability to accept diversity and to live and let others live. It is the act of enduring practices that are not related to you or you don't approve of. A person having a high tolerance quotient would be able to practice a fair and objective behavior towards those whose opinion differ from his opinions.
By being tolerant, you are respecting and learning from others, valuing difference, bridging cultural gaps, rejecting unfair stereotypes, discovering common ground, and creating new bonds. In many ways, tolerance is the opposite of prejudice.
Behaviors. Is this what tolerance means? Of course not. Behaviors that disrespect others, like being mean or bullying, or behaviors like lying or stealing, should not be tolerated. Tolerance means to treating others the way you would like to be treated.
According to me, tolerance is essential to live a healthy life. We live in a world which is a potpourri of a rich blend of culture, traditions, and this leads to the major difference among the people. Being an entity of this world, we are supposed to interact with people of differing cultures, ethnicities, nationalities, races, and religions.
Our circle of friends, schoolmates, college mates, and office colleagues and all people around us reflects the diversity around us. In short, success in today's world depends on being able to appreciate others' work and being tolerant to the differences that coexist.
Tolerance is required no matter how one lives, and tolerance is, after all, a virtue. Yet the virtues of tolerating are certainly greater when based on living in the bigger picture of life described in the sacred literature.
The world of mind is a small world. What is good for one may be experienced by bad by another. One happiness is another's sadness. Ultimate reality is bigger than the mind, and this is what the scared literature informs us about.
So the beginning of realizing and living in this bigger picture beyond the duality of sense perception is tolerance.
Required no matter how one lives. And tolerance is, after all, a virtue. Yet, the virtue of tolerating are certainly greater when based on living in the bigger picture of life described in the sacred literature.
The world of the mind is a small world. What is good for one may be experienced as bad for another's. One happiness is another's sadness. Ultimate reality is bigger than the mind, and this is what the scared literature informs us.
Beginning of realizing and living in this bigger picture of beyond the duality of sense perception is tolerance.
Today, tolerance seems to be at its discount at all levels. At the most trivial sign of disagreement, hot words are exchanged, almost immediately escalating into a fight and sometimes even murder. Family members find it difficult to put up with one another's shortcomings. After all, which human being is perfect? Communities, social groups, facial groups, and nations at all levels, there appears to be an acute lack of tolerance. Trivial misunderstandings, even rumors, give rise to riots with the accompanying bloodshed and permanent echoes on relationship at the national level. There's a civil war and border wars. So often a personal matter such as religion has been distorted to create hatred amongst people. If people learn to tolerate one another's way, perhaps such sad occurrence could be reduced, if not totally removed from this world. Why has tolerance level come down? Or indeed, has it come down at all? Human beings all through the age have shown intolerance of views and beliefs and customs alien to their own. Wars such as crusades have been fought because of religious intolerance. Racial tension has grown due to intolerance. So long as human beings give in into envy, malice, jealousy, and greed, tolerance will suffer. In recent times, several long-standing and accepted social institutions have shown signs of crumbling. Family values, social values are all being eroded. And increasing materialistic and consumer culture has not helped to nurture essential values. The individual has assumed such importance that anything that militates against that individual's own ideas is not tolerated. Enlightenment of individual is necessary. Universal values of liberalism, the willingness to listen to others, at most agree to disagree and not enter into fights of domination. These qualities have to be bred at every level of society.